Across the world and in most cities across our nation, a major blot is inflicted on humanity daily: the phenomenon of child trafficking. This is Benin City, capital of Edo State in Nigeria.
Every day in this Edo State, let me say approximately about 50 children are being abused every day. Involved in different trafficking. We had cases the other day. They recruited 10 girls. So one mother brought them from Calabar. So Edo State, they bring to Edo State and they take out of Edo State. So it's a very big problem in Edo State. Child trafficking is a big issue in Edo State, but the bad thing is that people are not talking about it.
Even in war times, crimes against the innocent are considered unacceptable. Crimes against children, arguably the most innocent, certainly the most vulnerable among us, must rank as the most heinous of crimes. 14-year-old Mercy Ohan, not a real name, cuts the image of a well-protected child as she sits with other students in her class waiting for the next lecture. At the age of 9, Mercy lost her parents.
My mother died the first. They said my father to take care of her. My grandmother said no, I should stay with my mother family. My mother family take my senior brother and our last born, and 3 of us we are staying with my grandmother. Later my father died. They said that okay, now my grandmother is sick. They should carry us to my uncle in Benin. And I said okay, only one should go to Benin. The remaining children to stay with my uncle in village. So the time I went to Benin, the next day they said our grandmother had died. So my uncle said okay, no need for me to go back to village. I should stay with her in Benin, and I stay with her in Benin.
It is difficult to tell from her composure what horrors she has gone through in the hands of local human trafficking rings made up of middle-aged women known as Mama Lemans operating within the state capital, Benin.
Mama will send us to go and meet different men for different areas. We sleep with her, we collect the money. Before we collect the money, we just call us to go and meet the men. We come back. We tell them say it's only 300 naira they give us. We should take 100 naira to go and buy food. We come back in the next day, we see sent us to go and meet the men, to go and sleep with the men.
On her way back from one of her prostitution duties, Mercy was gang raped and left for dead by her assailants. It was from here that officials of the Society for Empowerment of Young Persons, a non-governmental organization campaigning against child trafficking and abuse in Benin City, rescued her from the clutches of death.
As soon as we rescued her, at that very point she was bleeding. So we took her to the Ministry of Women Affairs. From there, we were referred to the hospital. We went to the hospital. After all the treatment and all that, we returned her back to the ministry.
When the matter got to us, we informed NAPTIP, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking Persons. She was taken there.
But after she spent some 2 months there, and they responded that there was no way they could keep her any longer because they were not responsive to children. From there, we went back to the Ministry of Women Affairs.
Unicef officials came, and the issue was brought to their notice. They took it up, and they now said something must be done about that girl. That government needed to do something. We said yes, we are doing something, but they insisted that she must be given functional education.
She's an average child now. We realize she was a traumatized child when she came in. So there is a lot to be done still on her. She's coping.
Trafficking and abuse affect a child's health in terms of their mental capacity. It affects their development, and it also affects their ability to learn. It affects even their ability to thrive. For the purposes we know they're trafficked for, which is for labor, for child labor, for different sex works and so forth, then it even further affects the child, because besides the fact that they're being denied their rights, they're being also abused and they're being violated. And chances are those children will never fully reach their development potential.
On July 5, 2012, during an awareness campaign on the implementation of child rights law in Edo State, organized by the Child Protection Network, Mercy, along with about 300 school children in branded T-shirts and caps worn over their school uniforms, marched from the state city center to the Edo State legislative chambers. The children, members of the child rights clubs, carried banners with different messages: stop child trafficking and abuse, say no to child prostitution and child labor, we want family courts, and many other captions. Their mission was to demand from the elected representatives the implementation of the child rights law in the state.
And for the government, we are saying that they should come out more to talk about this issue of child trafficking, and also to implement the child rights law in Edo State.
It's a bit unfortunate to know that it has not been implemented fully.
The pace at which implementation is ongoing, it varies per state. And even the interventions that are chosen, they're different per state. Various activities are ongoing in the different states, but they're not one size fits all. The states are doing different things, and of course it can always be better, and of course, yes, we'd like to see more action. We always want to see more action, because if things were perfect, we wouldn't be here. If things were perfect, we wouldn't have children who are out of school. We wouldn't have children on the streets. We wouldn't have children who are living in poverty. We wouldn't have children who are suffering several deprivations. So of course, that the situation around child poverty is grave, but at least the framework is there, and implementation is ongoing to address the needs of children.
We are asking the government to look into the case of family court, to set up a committee on the child rights committee that will implement and monitor the enforcement of this law. And also for the government to put the structures in place, especially for the transit shelter. We don't have a transit shelter in Edo State. And for now, we are saying that the government is not doing very much, and we want the government to do more.
I can guarantee that the House will be very interested in making sure that it's fully implemented.
Mercy is gradually getting over her ordeal and is determined to complete a secondary education on a scholarship from the Edo State government.
We would want to let the parents know that they need to look after their own children, because a lot of people come and say they want to help them, but at the end they are going to enslave those children. Parents should keep their children with them. They should look after their own children. They shouldn't send them out. And when a child is speaking to you, invariably the child is reporting a case that someone wants to abuse her, I think we parents should listen more to the children.
There are still many children to be rescued by the governor to help us and rescue more children and support Child Protection Network. We want the governor to help us more children. They are wasting their life. No father, no mother. Please help us to take care of them.
Mercy is among a lucky few who have escaped a life of misery as a sex slave and is fully dedicated to efforts to save potential victims from the gruesome fate that might have ruined her life irrevocably. According to Jennifer Ero, Executive Director, Society for the Empowerment of Young Persons, Benin, some of the children are as young as 6 to 7 years. The girls are first used as domestic help and sex slaves within Edo State until they attain the age of 16, when they can be shipped overseas to work as prostitutes, while the boys are groomed to become robbers and pickpockets.